This is the Global Economic Scrap Metal Commodities and Recycling Report by BENLEE Roll-Off Trailers and Open Top Trailers, September 24, 2018. Last week, commodity prices were mostly up and economic reports were mostly mixed. U.S. steel production fell slightly, remaining near the multi-year high of 2 weeks ago as tariffs continue protecting the U.S. steel mills. Oil rose about $2 to $70.60 a barrel as markets remain nervous, but global production remains pretty high. U.S. oil production rose back to the all-time high of a few weeks ago as prices remain fairly high and bottlenecks remain in getting oil out of the oil fields. Iron ore rose $1 to $69.50 on no major news other than tariff issues and a good slow growth economy. Scrap steel #1 heavy melt fell $3 a gross ton to $300 on good U.S. and some stable export demand. Prices are off recent highs but remain pretty good. Hurricane Florence remains an unknown as to will excess material bring lower prices from the estimated $50 billion of damage. Hot dip galvanized steel remains steady at $11.45 a ton, near their multi-year high as steel production and demand remains pretty good due to the tariff protection. Copper rose a huge 23 cents a pound to $2.84 as the global economy stays in a slow growth mode, and many think the U.S. will cut positive trade deals with China, Europe, and Canada. Copper is up a penny this morning. The 5-year copper chart shows prices are somewhat higher than the near 1-year lows of about a week ago. Copper inventories fell to near 1-year lows on market nervousness about global economies. Aluminum rose about 2.5 cents to 93.1 cents off the near about 5-month lows as markets remain nervous but optimistic. Aluminum LME inventories fell to a new about 9-year low on market nervousness and good demand. Transportation and construction industries remain in a major growth mode and are users of aluminum. Game on, as they say. This morning the U.S. has hit China with tariffs on $200 billion of goods, a major escalation of the trade war. September's Eurozone Purchasing Manager Index fell to 53.3, the lowest in about 2 years, as exports stagnated for the first time in about 5 years, and new orders and production were lower. Business confidence was the lowest in 4 years. The Eurozone is larger than the U.S. or China, so this is important to the global economy. September's U.S. Housing Market Index, the Home Builder Survey, was no change at 67. The sub-index of single-family home sales edged up slightly, as did the gauge of home sales over the next 6 months. September's U.S. Manufacturing Purchasing Manager Index rose to 55.6, pointing to the strongest expansion in manufacturing in 4 months, mainly due to faster increases in new orders and inventory builds. Business sentiment of the year ahead, which is part of this index, was the lowest since March 2017, and employment expanded, but at a lower rate. Unemployment claims fell to a 49-year low, with 9 years of steadily falling as the labor force continues to tighten. The White House is considering new restrictions on legal immigration into the U.S. by keeping out new workers that could get green cards but might also need some government assistance. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average rose a big 571 points to a new all-time record of 26,726 on hopes of positive trade resolutions with China, Europe, and Canada. But China has canceled the next round of talks. A concern remains that in August of 2016, 2 years ago, then-candidate Trump said, "We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble." We are up 45% since he said that. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.